What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction? We've got all things big and small, and everything in between this month, starting off with the big stuff in the form of ON30 mogul types from Spectrum. A common sight during the golden age of narrow gauge, roughly 1870 to 1920, light steam power such as this dominated in an era when railroads were the growth industry, and many entrepreneurs, long on ambition but short on funding, opted to build on a reduced scale. Featuring all of the plumbing and other associated equipment that made locomotives of this era so fascinating, they pair well with ON30 rolling stock in a variety of types. Ranging from logging equipment to maintenance of way cars, other offerings include gondolas, refrigerator cars, and even ventilated boxcars with the unique multi-door design that gave them their descriptive moniker. Then there's the small stuff, delivered by Cato this month in the form of 10-car Coast Daylight sets in N-scale. Often regarded as the most beautiful train in the world, every element is faithfully rendered, from the iconic triple-unit diner to rooftop antennas and baggage elevators. And the equally iconic GS4 streamlined steam engine is also available, sold separately of course, complete with working Mars light and precision gearing. All in all, a fitting tribute to one of America's most legendary trains. Which of course leaves us with everything in between, a category that starts off with light and heavy Pacific-type steamers from Broadway Limited. Introduced in 1901, Pacifics with their 462 wheel arrangement represented a revolution in speed and comfort, quickly coming to dominate the fields of express and first-class passenger service. First built by Baldwin for export to New Zealand, Pacifics eventually came to serve on every continent of the globe, save Antarctica. Featuring a detailed cab, die-cast frame, separately applied plumbing detail, and Broadway's revolutionary Paragon 3 digital control system with rolling thunder sound effects. Then there's modern SD70 and SD75i diesels, direct from Genesis. With the I denoting an isolated cab, these updated versions of the venerable SD70 are built with crew comfort in mind. Identifiable by the large vibration-dampening grommet just ahead of the cab, these units share the same 16-cylinder 710 series engine block as all other variants of the series. Built with operating ditch lights, full roof and underside detail, all appropriate MU connections, a multi-link drive line with dual flywheels and precision gearing, and Tsunami 2 sound. Then there's 3 new offerings from the Ready to Roll lineup, and opening up this act, there's old-time pickle cars. Typical of the era before things such as electricity and in-home refrigeration were commonplace, cars like these were a vital link in America's food supply chain, as pickling was one of the few reliable methods of long-term food preservation. Manufacturers and distributors of various stripes operated vast fleets of such cars across wide swaths of the country. Then there's 52-foot mill gondolas. Typically associated with the heavy manufacturing industry, these cars are, in fact, some of the most versatile cars on rails, and can be found carrying everything from prefabricated machinery to bulk pipe and rebar, to rock and dirt, to just plain good old-fashioned garbage. And finally, from RTR, there's 60-foot bulkhead flat cars. Developed by the timber industry for the transport of dimensional lumber, pipe, pulpwood, sheetrock, and any other large cargo prone to shifting in transit can commonly be found as lading for these cars. All ready-to-roll items feature wire grab irons, freestanding ladders, full underbody detail, RP25 metal wheels, and knuckle couplers. Then there's Roundhouse, who's out this month with another rendition of the classic 40-foot boxcar. Featuring a single-sheath wooden body, this design typifies car construction of the early 1920s, as advances in metallurgy allowed for the construction of cars with steel frames, while the ultimate goal of all steel construction remained temporarily just out of reach. Featuring an injection-molded body, optimized weighting, metal wheels, and knuckle couplers. And finally, Bachmann is offering old-time maintenance of way equipment. Available in multiple road names, these cars represent a whole new level of detail for Bachmann, with derrick cars that feature full rigging, and blacksmith cars that sport a full array of tools, a forge, and even an anvil. Diamond arch bar trucks, truss rods, and knuckle couplers all complete the effect. All in all, they're small cars packed full of surprises, just like the rest of our store. So stop on by and see what other surprises are waiting for you, right here at Rogers Railroad Junction today.